Hello guys, welcome to another tactics tutorial for French destroyers. The very special thing about French destroyers is they don't have smoke, but you can run a speed concealment build, as I call it. Some people run the French destroyers as gunboats, but I think they are the opposite. They are ideal stealth torpedo boats and they are real ambush ships. What I'm explaining in this video is valid from tier 4 to legendary tier ships. So from Jaguar over Fantasque to Kleber, which I play in this game here. The special thing about speed concealment is while you press this speed boost button, your concealment will go down from 5.3 kilometer base concealment, which you will see in the stats, to 4.3 kilometers while the boost is active. So let's say 2 minutes and 20 seconds, something like that. And that's probably twice, maximum 3 times a game. You can and you should use this in a strategic way and switch on the speed boost when you expect enemy destroyers to be near. With 4.3 kilometers concealment, you outspot any other destroyer, even a Udachi with 4.5 kilometers or a Shimakaze with 4.6 kilometers. Having a look at the stats, you will see that 56 seconds torpedo reload out of 4 launchers, 3 torpedoes each, is really incredible great. With 9.3 kilometers range, it's a very decent range and you can spam torpedoes every 10-15 seconds if you drop them one launcher by one launcher. In this video, I will talk you through my decision points and based on the situation I will be getting into, I will explain you why I did a certain move and what I was expecting the enemy to do, and you will see what the enemy did in the end. So hopefully this will help you to predict things better in the future, enemy movements, to predict enemy movements, and yeah, to be a better destroyer player yourself. Enjoy the coming video and we jump into the game now. Whenever a game starts, the first thing you want to analyze is the ships you're up against. So in this case, we have one raider ship, the Baltimore, and we have 2 very good concealed destroyers, Udachi and Shimakaze. Udachi with 4.5 kilometer and Shimakaze with 4.6 kilometer. My first tip is you have to understand and to know the concealment range of each destroyer you will be playing against. So you need to be experienced and to really immediately know your concealment against the other. So as you can see here, my concealment, you see the small eye on the top left corner next to the minimap. At the moment is 5.3 kilometers. I didn't fire the speed boost because I don't want to waste the time too far out, and we're traveling with almost 50 knots, which is fast enough. Shimakaze can do like 44 and the other destroyer is 41, 42, so they're pretty slow. And we will be first in the cap and we surprise them from a position they don't expect us to be. So now I fired up the speed boost and you can see the concealment dropped to 4.3, so they cannot spot me even if they located me, but I will first unveil their existence before they see me. I'm trying to torp the 2 battleships in the background, but you have to be vigilant and you have to expect a destroyer pretty soon. That's why I didn't fire them yet, but it looks quite okay to unleash the first set. And now I'm making a right turn because I expect the destroyer to be in the B cap. As you could see, the B cap was captured already, and it was pretty obvious there was a DD, but I don't want to engage him right now. So now we're seeing the Georgia, and also there's the Baltimore in the smoke. Baltimore is a raider cruiser, so we don't want to get too close. And the plan is to torp the smoke and then make a sharp right turn and sneak behind the island, because as soon as the Baltimore will be aware of the torpedoes, they usually fire up the radar, and you need to make sure you're out of their gun range when they use the radar. And as soon as they use the radar, you monitor the game clock, and you add about 2.5 minutes. During these 2.5 minutes, most of the radar cruisers have a cooldown on their radar, and you can approach them up to your concealment range. So I could go like 4.5 kilometers next to the Baltimore, and the only threat then is the sonar which they have. So now the planes from the carrier chased me, and I decided to move out despite not having gotten the cap right now. But my anti-air of the Kleber is pretty well, so you don't have to be afraid of planes. You have to be afraid of enemy ship guns. So you want to avoid the planes until enemy ships are around. So now we uncover the Shimakaze, and you see now I'm spotted, but I could lay down my torpedoes long time before the Shimakaze saw myself. I'm getting into position, I'm firing up the gun reload booster, and Kleber has quite good guns, so we're shooting them, and at the same time we're slowing down, because slowing down turns the ship faster, and we need to avoid the torpedoes. Now we're speeding up again, and make sure you don't move the rudder while speeding up, because then the speed up is faster than if you would continue the turn. And this way I could avoid the torpedoes. So now you see the left-sided torpedoes are already ready for launch, and now we have to bring down the big boys in the back here, the Yamato. So what we're doing now is we are dropping one by one to trigger a flood, and we only need 1 or 2 floods and 2-3 hits, and the Yamato will be gone. And luckily for us, the Shimakaze left the smoke there. So after we finish the cap, we will enter the smoke and utilize the remaining 20-30 seconds to get a fire on the Yamato, because most probably it will have used the damage con after the first flood. So we'll have a permanent fire then. Also, you can see my team is shooting the Yamato as well. So we should have some fires on the Yamato, and burn it down, top it down, whatever, but ship will go down. Since game will be pretty fast afterwards, after the Yamato is gone, the second ship in the background, the other Yamato, will be rushing in. And a ship which is rushing into you, while you're sitting in the fastest destroyer you can have, is a ship you can ambush. And there's no ship nearby, so only the Yamato is about to shoot us, and the torpedo bombers who are inbound. So what I'm doing now is I'm dropping the left-sided torpedoes on the Yamato in a small angle, but you can see them. I'm not aiming the torpedo, the aim prediction, but a little bit left and right. So while the Yamato moves out left or right, it will for sure take a torpedo of this set. And now we are ambushing very fast, and then we are releasing the right-sided torpedoes and kill the Yamato. Also, we are too fast for the torpedo bombers, for the planes. So we must not be afraid of them. And you can see my anti-air with about 45 points is pretty good in Kleber. So torpedo bombers or any carrier bombers, you don't have to be afraid of. And you can see this carrier guy doesn't have many planes left. There's only 1 or 2 planes incoming. So, and you can also watch where the planes landed. So I decided to go for the carrier now, because obviously he's alone. We are very fast. And yeah, he will try to torp and bomb us, but we will most probably outrun his torps, because most carrier torps, they have like 55 knots or so, and we can almost travel 48. And as soon as we are in 7.5 kilometers of the enemy carrier, speed will go up by 10%, so that is almost the same speed than his torpedoes. So we must not worry for any torpedoes or bombs. We just approach the carrier, we do a small spread, but two different positions. And then we turn to the other side, and until we arrive at the carrier, 50 seconds are gone, and the right hand side should be reloaded again. So if we don't bring him down with these torpedoes here, you can see my anti-air is shooting down planes continuously. We should have the right hand sided torpedoes back to reloaded again. Okay, now let's analyze the game situation, which you constantly should do. We are leading in points by 250. We are leading one ship, but game isn't over yet, and they are capping C, so they can catch up the points, and they have a ship in B, so chances are they getting the caps. So we have to find the remaining destroyer, and we could help to kill the Georgia. So this is why we are rushing into A, but at this point of time I'm not yet decided to capture A or to go for the kill. At the moment we're closing in, monitoring the situation with the Georgia, and then we're switching on the aim prediction so we can see where the Georgia will be heading, forward, backward, whatever. We can see when we are in shooting range, and due to our fast reload we will spam torps pretty soon. So now it's important you see we are located now, which means the destroyer is somewhere near, because we are his closest ships and ship, and there you can see is the Udachi. So now the plan is to go into A, having the guns on the right hand side. And you now can see the Udachi is smoking up the Georgia and itself. So we're topping the smoke and moving further ahead, because the Georgia was shooting our battleship and its guns were pointing, let's say, east of the map. And if we are surrounding him to the west, he can't shoot us no matter what. So just his secondaries will shoot us. And the Udachi. So Udachi is spotted now, but we are not opening yet. We wait for the first shots of our team before we open the fire, and this is the situation right now. We don't care for the battleship at the moment. We want to bring down the Udachi. You see the torps were already laid down, and yeah, first kill the destroyer, and then we move into the Georgia. You see we're checking the movement of the Georgia, moving forward, backward. Georgia is broadsiding to an island, so he can't move left and he can't move to our side. So with our many torpedoes, we're topping his reversing position, and then we turn right and topping his forwarding position, and that is going to finish him. So I hope this video gave you some ideas and thoughts how I play the game, how to take decisions. Watch the point situation, analyze the game situation, stay around the caps, watch the radar times of the ships, use the cooldown time of the radar ships and kill them. Thank you for watching, and see you out there. Bye bye.